you know, for so long, I didn't know much about my history. For so long, anytime I would ask my grandfather, tell me about Germany, and he would say, Mike, we must unite Spaceship Earth. We do not have time for that. We can do it when we're done. And so I've always wondered, like, where are my roots?
Das ist ein ganz wichtiger Aspekt des ganzen Projektes, ist das Überwinden und das Heilen dieser ungemein brutalen Trennung, die durch den Holocaust erzeugt worden ist. Ich wusste über den Holocaust immer ganz viel. Mein Vater hat mich das früh gelehrt. Nur, ich kannte keine Juden. Das war ganz anders, als wir nach Los Angeles gekommen sind. Ich hatte das erste Mal das Glück, überhaupt die Perspektive von jüdischen Familien kennenzulernen. Viele Freunde, jüdische Freunde, die haben uns das erzählt. Die sind emigriert und es war völlig klar, deren Eltern hatten ihr Vaterland verloren.
I didn't even recognize the fact I was Jewish until, you know, I was probably 10 or 11, that heritage was part of me. And so when we had the opportunity to come to Germany, and it was really to, you know, start selling our soaps, it was actually more motivated by an opportunity to discover my own roots and, you know, where I come from.
David, here's the piece of Metaform soap that I promised. It is probably 65 years old. The factory was jointly owned by three Heilbronner brothers, Sigmund, Bertolt, and Karl. Karl immigrated to the U.S. in 1936. Sigmund died in 1939, and your great-grandfather wound up having to agree to a forced sale to Nazi owners before losing his life in the camps.
These are Dad's parents. Lotte and Margaret, I've met them in Switzerland. It's 1938. They're still running the plant, but the Jewish stuff has started. I think Crystal Night was 1937, 38. And they have the money and tell them to come to America with them. And the father says he's German, this will blow over, Hitler will be forgotten. A couple years later, they get a postcard, because everything was censored, with only 3 words on it. You were right.
I feel very close to, you know, my great-great-grandfather 5 generations ago. And I always want to know people's stories. I always think about what was it like for him to have 9 children raised in that house and to be making soap in the basement, which honestly, it's can be a very messy process. The leaving of Germany you have with my grandfather left in 1929 for personal reasons. My aunts, great aunts, both left in the 30s because of the political and religious climate in Germany in the 30s, and they were all back in Germany by the 50s. And I think what this says is they very much, you know, ascribed as Germans, were proud of their German history and embraced the German people, and they wanted to see, you know, they wanted to see Germany thrive and flourish again.
One thing led to another, and yeah, I think we went to Biofach, which was, you know, the German government had built this huge convention ground right in Nuremberg, right by the, where the Nazis held their huge rallies, and it was like pretty intense. Going in there the first time, I remember this rocking around in a Mercedes van, like blasting Beastie Boys, you know, just some like Jewish pride, but like just rocking it in like a stick shift, you know, van on the Autobahn, and just going all around and visiting, just visiting our factory in Heilbronn, and our house in Laupheim as well. I think really importantly is about the depth of our roots, that we like, you know, we honor our ancestry, we understand it, like that importance of really rooting down and being rooted and understanding that history and multi-generational connection.
So to come back to Laupheim, the city has really embraced our family. There are people doing amazing work on our behalf that have no other connection to us other than their kindness and compassion and devoting their talent and their time and their skill. You know, I think you have no reason to, other than that you too want to see healing and resolution. It also shows how connected we all are, and I love that. I thought I was just connected to people here.
I lived in a very diverse community, and people always had a story. And I never really felt I could. I didn't really know where I came from before my grandfather. And so it was really after he passed away that I had the opportunity to, come to Germany and see my roots in Heilbronn, and then go to Laupheim to see our family home, kind of expecting, I don't know, maybe an indifferent welcome. But what I got instead was just this embrace by the community. I'm so happy that a family that had left for America under, such a dire situation was kind of coming home again, and coming home with pride, and coming home with yearning to reconnect. And, that's why I think this house is so important to me, because it's kind of the completion of that journey, which I never knew we had.